Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Baxter Student Ambassador webinars. Today's webinar is coming from Vanessa Teran from Sheridan College. Vanessa will be presenting right now. Throughout the webinar, we encourage you to ask questions in the chat box. The chat box is located on the top of the page. Feel free to ask questions anytime, and Vanessa will be answering at the end of the presentation. If any technical issues come up, like you can't hear or you can't see the presentation, please type them in the chat box and I will answer them as soon as possible. Vanessa, are you there?
Yes.
Great. Okay, Vanessa, please get started whenever you're ready.
Thank you. So welcome everybody. Today on behalf of the Curacao You Will Never Be Blue newsletter from the Travel Courier, I will be talking about the building of the power on the power of the past, colorful Curacao. So before I start the presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Vanessa Teran, and I'm an international student from Venezuela, enrolled in the Travel and Tourism program here at Sheridan College. I'm also the current president of the Sheridan Global Tourism Association. I'm also the social media community leader for Sheridan and the events coordinator for the Sheridan Student Union. I also picked Curacao as a topic because I found that it's a different Dutch Caribbean new destination brand that it will offer to tourists, especially in the Canadian market. And while it's still forwarding the Caribbean traditional triple S, which is sun, sand, and sea. So some of the points that we are going to talk today is the cultural location. This will help us to understand why is the best location and why it's a great destination in the Caribbean, besides all the competitions that Curacao has, and the culture too. How to get to Curacao, the different companies that offers the service, and the different ways how to get there. Around the island, this is the main thing, just because is what are you going to do there, what is in there for our Canadian customers, and what is going to attract them especially. And finally, how to sell Curacao, what is the best way to sell this colorful destination. So nation in motion. Curacao, besides all the culture that it has, it also is there are so many stories to tell. The most attractive thing personally is that is the Caribbean with European flair. That is something that you won't find in most of the Caribbean islands. And also their warm, sunny climate is all year round. So that's a very advantage for this destination. It also has 55 different cultures, including Dutch, Spanish, and African Caribbean. And the language the Creole language is Papiamento, English, Dutch, and Spanish. So if tourists are going there and they are worried about if they don't know how to speak, whether Dutch or Papiamento, they're okay because they are gonna be fine just to speak in English. Also, it's a popular holiday destination all year round, always summer, and all the blue sea offers a nice cooling down. The nation in motion, it also means because local and visitors are alike there. Besides other destinations that most of the visitors just go to the hotel, Curacao offers more than accommodations. Offers attractions, entertainment, and just a time to go and relax, or for any demographic in the Canadian market. Since it's part of the ABC Island, it's also colorful and lively. The mentality of the people is very relaxed, and attitude, I think it's because that's part of the Caribbean culture. Personally, I'm from Venezuela, so I understand how they might be, and it's very nice because once visitors goes there, they just feel in another mood of getting relaxed, and like they don't feel that they're home. They just feel in a new place that they're gonna enjoy the value that all the Canadian companies, whether travel agents or tour operators, promise them that they will enjoy. Also, there's a lot of Venezuelan salesmen. I found that this is important, especially for language barriers. And in the Wilmstan that they have a floating market, the Wilmstan is actually one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, because of the colorful colorful streets and architecture that Curacao offers in that area. And the currency is also Antillean guilder, and bear with me with my pronunciation. But if you go with US dollars, or if you have a credit card, even euros, you're gonna be okay in most of the areas. So getting to Curacao, there are many ways to get to Curacao. Air Canada flies year-round to destination, and non-stop flights from Toronto and Montreal that actually start to happen last year, when it increased the list from seasonal to year-round. So that was very beneficial for the island, since there was a 43% increasement in arrivals in 2015 and 130% arrivals from Quebec specifically. So that means that the Caribbean destination is a Caribbean destination for Canadian. Also, Air Transat, same as WestJet and Sunwing, offers seasonal flights. And Air Transat now just opened a service from Toronto. So I think that slowly, everything, the economy is increasing for Curacao, since most of the economy in Curacao is from the tourism industry, when 4,000 jobs are from the tourism industry. But we have to keep in mind also that most of the visitors, not only from Canada, from all over the world, know Curacao because of the cruise ships that goes there. Most of the cruise ships, the most popular are Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruises, Carnival, Holland America Line, but there are many cruises from Europe too, since this is a Dutch island. And I think it's a great opportunity to see that they included in their Caribbean destination, but also that's why they need to increase more. I think like the market, because they're just getting a 4-night stay from visitors, and they want to send it to 7-night stays. So the fact that the Canadian services are open more into the Curacao tourism, it will be beneficial in the future for them too. Now, if you are there, there's also services about yachts and boat services offered at Curaçao's marina. There's excellent weather always, so it's very good whether you're in a budget or whether you are in a corporate traveler, you have any type of celebration. Yachts are always good to see around the Caribbean, and you can always find it there. Also, I forgot to mention that if you have also a private airplane, Curaçao welcomes everybody who would like to park their airplane in the airport. And so I think that that's very beneficial, especially when it comes about luxury or corporate travelers. And now you will never be blue with the attractions. So whether you want to do everything, nothing, do something unexpected, something that you have in mind since the day that you woke up, Curaçao has that to offer, and they want to bring it out from the island to the world to show them what do they have. So some of the things that they have to offer is for family and fun. There are many thousands beaches. One of them, the most popular beach, is actually Nick Beach, that is also called Playa Quenepa. But there are more than 35 beaches. Adventures, you can go on an adventure or in a run, go for a hike. There's different attractions such as the Xereboca National Park, the Boca Tabla, which is an underground cavern. There's also the Christopher Park that customers can see 3 species of sea turtles are known to lay eggs. If you are into galleries or museums, the Nena Sanchez Gallery is also a native Curaçao museum. She was actually very famous because she was part of the Miss Curaçao. So for them, it's very important to have her as part of their art gallery. And then there are many land and water sports such as diving, snorkeling. And then the shopping entertainment, there are different malls, whether you go to the Sanville, La Curaçao, Sweet Cartoon. There's a lot of things to do and to see in Curaçao. Now, when it comes to accommodation, Curaçao also offers different types of accommodation that customers will discover what is being realized. They could be themselves, and they also will enjoy their time there. So about this stay, there are different resorts. There are large or small hotels, luxury villas, apartments, bungalows, and guest houses. When it comes about resorts, they stand for the hospitality. Actually, one of the most famous hotels are the Avila Beach Hotel. They bring a lot of business, but if you want to go for business, romance, or simply just pleasure, this is one of the best locations in Curaçao. And because people not only see us as a location, it also see us as a destination. Guest houses is everything about bed and breakfast or hostels. Over there is when you can actually find single, double, triple, or quadruple rooms with or without kitchenette. So if you are in a budget, if you are going with your friends, young travel professionals going there, that's a good option. But then if you want to go luxury, they also offer the luxury villas that Curaçao Island Rentals also offer, and they are specialized in renting out privately owned Curaçao-based property to international tourists. So whether you want to go to or apartments or bungalows, that they are also perfectly suits anyone who desires a short or long break. And there's something always where to stay in there. Some of the hotels that they are in there are the Marriott, the Renaissance, the Hilton, and others. Now, selling Curaçao. When someone asks me about why to sell Curaçao, I reply, why not to sell Curaçao? I think that when you focus on the benefits that especially the island offers, especially to Canadians, the attractiveness that is not only, they're not going to see the same old fashion of going to the Caribbean and speaking Spanish. This is more into that attractiveness of culture, and they're going to still feel the Caribbean warm, but they're gonna also find the European style too. So that will also increase a local community in Curaçao and also in Canada. The culture and climate and location is a great benefit for them because it's all year round. It's becoming the fastest growing Caribbean destination for Canadians now that I think that since Curaçao have been discovered, it actually helped to know that Canadians have other options but in the same place. So it's great for them to see how influenced by more than 50 cultures, Dutch, Spanish, and African Caribbean, they are welcoming people and laid back style. Also, there's a booming destination. It's not too crowded as other destinations that many Canadians have experienced, but it is not as not popular. So it's also safe, stable, and very organized. Their industry, their economy, and just the lifestyle in there. And it's also beneficial for the travel agent and the tourist. For the travel agent, it's because every accommodation or every attraction that they book, they can get a 10% or whatever percentage commission depending on the amount of people that they are gonna book. And the value for the customer is that you're not only selling the product, you're adding the value into the product. That is all the memories, all the learns that they will see, and it's just the vibe that they will see once you sell that destination. So I'm gonna show a quick video about Curacao tourism and why people should go to Curacao. Let me know if it works.
Welcome to Extraordinary. Welcome to an island like you've never seen before. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to this special land full of magic, where unspoiled treasures await to be discovered. Welcome to the land of extraordinary. Now planning your trip to Curacao is easy. CuraçaoTourism.tv is the only television that brings all the information you need. CuraçaoTourism.tv, the tourism television on Curacao.
Okay, so personally, I think that Curacao is a great destination. Why I pick Curacao? Because not only because it's just an island that is in the Caribbean, it's also because personally I'm from Venezuela, so I totally feel my background in that island, but added into that European style. As I mentioned before, all the culture, all the attractions, the places, the accommodations, and all the easy access that actually Canadians have now to go there and to enjoy themselves with their friends or relatives, or whether business, even events and conferences that are getting bigger. It's just an island that there's everything to do in there in the perfect weather. So if you want more information, or if you want to provide to your travelers more information about Curacao, feel free to go firstly to the website. There's actually super detailed information in there, and then also the social media is super important because they will experience closely with Tourism Curacao everything that is going on there and everything that is coming up in the future. So thank you, everybody. And yeah, if anybody has any questions.
Thank you, Vanessa, for your great presentation. If anybody has any questions, can they please type them in the chat box now?
There's one from Wendy McClung.
Okay.
So if there are any, are there any tour operators that have packaged to Curacao? Yes. Currently there's Sunwing is the most is one of the most famous one, but there's also WestJet Vacations. Air Canada Vacations is very popular since Air Canada make easier for them easy access, since they do a non-stop. They also if you fly with them to Curacao, they get very good deals with them if they pick their destination and also their attractions, or basically the whole trip with them. So those are some of the tour operators that are right now currently offering package to Curacao.
That's great. Thank you, Vanessa. Are there any other questions? Can you? Okay, so right now it doesn't seem like there's any other questions. I'm having a little bit of technical glitch on my side. So Vanessa, do you see any questions on your side?
There's another one. How long is the flight? The flight, it could be depending on if it's a non-stop or if it's or if it has stop. If it's a non-stop, it is between 5 hours and 4.5 to 5 hours.
Okay, great. Are there any other questions that you can see?
Not for now.
Okay, great. So once again, Vanessa, thank you so much for your great presentation and participating in the BSAP program. And we hope everybody enjoyed the presentation today. And thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you all.